So today we're going to be completing some orders. For this order, she has a custom nail size. We're going to do the first order, which is the grape jelly press-on nails, which are see-through nails. I'm just going to sanitize my hands and get ready to find the ones that we need for her order. So I'm just basically getting the nail sizes that she gave me for her custom order and putting them on my stand so I can get ready to prep these nails. So if you're in business, you know that you want to make a profit. So you're always going to be outsourcing where you get your supplies from. And I tried a different vendor where their press-on nails were cheaper. But what I realized is that they were not shaped all the way. There were still like pieces, like I guess when they cut it out, where it wasn't filed correctly in the stiletto way. So with these nails, I'm saving money, but I do have to go back and make sure that they are all filed to the same shape and size. So that is what I'm doing in this clip, is filing, making sure that they're all good. So now I'm just buffing them, creating a surface for the gel polish to adhere to, because if you don't buff them, the gel polish will stick. However, it will lift easily. So that is what I'm doing now, is buffing them. Basically, doing press-on nails is just like completing a regular service on a client. You would prep the nails the exact same way. So I'm using my duster to remove any dust or debris from filing them, and cleaning my workspace. So now that I have removed the debris, I am going to clean it off with alcohol just to make sure there's no oils from me touching it, and all of the debris is gone, because you want a clear surface for when you get ready to apply your gel polish. You don't want any little pieces of debris creating lumps and bumps. So now we're prepping for the gel polish. Um, Now they're gonna go into the oven. I usually put mine on 60 minutes just because this is a cordless nail dryer. What is the correct name? I'm having a brain freeze right now. But anyways, it's cordless and it was getting low on the battery, so I wanted to cure it for a little bit longer just to make sure it is curing correctly. So now I'm adding my base coats. So I am going to add another layer of base coat because, like I said, these nails were cheaper, so they are a little bit thinner than the other nails that I use. So to add the thickness to it, I can either build it up with acrylic, or I can build it up with gel builder, or I can just add an extra layer of gel polish to create more thickness. The other reason why I decided to go with these nails in particular is because when I get ready to start doing acrylic nails, acrylic press-ons, you don't want the press-on to be super thick because the acrylic is going to cause it to shrink down some, if that makes sense. So if the press-on nail is a thinner press-on nail, when you apply that acrylic and it starts to shrink it down some, it won't be as bad and it'll still have some type of flexibility to it. So now I am going in with my colored gel polish. When I first started putting it on, I was using it from a bottle that was almost empty. And I am really big on not wasting anything, so I wanted to make sure I got every little drop out of that bottle before I open the new bottle. This is a very popular set, so I have probably brought this color maybe 3 or 4 times already now. So I try and make sure I use every last drip drop that's in the bottle before opening a new bottle. So now we are applying our first color of the polish. This is a jelly polish, so it is more clear. And basically, you're just going to add as many layers as you would like to get the nail either as clear as you want it or as dark as you want it. But you don't want it to be really, really dark because it is supposed to be a nail that is see-through. So here I am adding the clear top coat. I'm using Koopa's brand. I'm not a big fan of their gloss top coat. I really like their matte top coat because it gives a velvet smooth texture. Their clear top coat, it's okay, but it's not one of my favorites. If I was to do a review on it, it would probably be in the top 5, but it wouldn't be in the top 3, if that makes sense. So we're going to apply clear top coat to all of these babies and bake them. So now that they are done baking, what I'm doing now is I am removing the numbers on the underside of them because these are going to be see-through nails, and if you hold your hand up, you don't want to be able to see the numbers that are on the bottom of the nails. So what we are going to do is take our drill and drill those out. You have to be very careful when you're drilling them out because you don't want to over drill and make the nail thinner than what it should be. You just basically want to remove those numbers. Once you do that, you're going to want to wipe it down with some alcohol to remove the debris and to create a clean surface for adding clear polish to cover up those nails. When you get ready to add your clear polish like I'm about to do now, you don't want to have a lot of gel on your brush. You kind of want to make sure you almost have nothing on your brush because the way you have the nails turned upside down, if there's too much polish on that brush, it's going to sit in the well. So you just need a little bit, and you're only going to place it where you scratched out the numbers. Once you finish doing that, you're going to bake them in the oven again, just like you would doing them regularly, because you need that polish to dry. And this is what they look like in the oven. Now we are going to get ready to box them so that they can go out into shipping. And that's where we're at right now. You also want to make sure, if you're a seasoned nail tech or if you've been doing press-ons for a long time, then you would kind of know the shape and size of what numbers are which numbers. But because we did take the numbers off the bottom, if you're not as experienced, you're going to want to take them off and place them up there in order so that you don't get them mixed up. Because these are jelly nails, and even with regular nails, I like to clean them off and check for defects before I put them in the box. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm looking to see if any gel polish got anywhere it shouldn't be. Do I need to file off any excess gel polish? Are there any cracks? And then I also want to make sure I clean them off so that my fingerprints aren't on them. And to also make sure that the residue from the that blue sticky stuff, the tacky stuff that I use to hold them in place, is no longer on the nail. So that's what I'm doing right now, is cleaning and checking for defects. I do this before any order goes out, so that way it minimizes complaints or bad reviews or any types of issues. I am also laying them out the same way that I'm taking them off. I think at this point I had mixed them up and I had to go back and replace them because like I said, the numbers are not on there. So when you put them in the box, you want to make sure the customer knows exactly which nail goes to what finger. So when I place them in the box, I always put the extras towards the end of the box. And then I start with the right hand and then go over to the left hand. So when you open the box, the left hand will always be first. Then the right hand will be second. And the extras will be what's left over. Sometimes if it's a custom order, I will put like at the top, I'll write left or right so then they know, especially if one of their fingers is different in an order. Let's say one pinky nail was a size 7 and the other pinky nail was a size 9, then I would definitely write up there so that they would know which one is for which hand. However, for her, both hands are the same number, so I just put it in there so that she would be able to tell that one was for one hand and the other was for the other hand. Once I am done placing them in there, I wipe them down again just to remove my fingerprints and to make sure that they are clean. And this is the finished product. Thank you for watching. See you next time.